Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 125 of Brew Talk with Mr. Beer. My name is Robert Lewis. I will once again be your host for today's show. As always, we appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in, watch our videos. Hopefully you're enjoying them and learning something and appreciate the content. If you want to reference our videos like our written form, so what we use for our notes, you can find those on our blog page, mrbeer.com/blog. Or just go to Mr.Beer.com, click on the blog button. You can filter by BrewTalk. You can search for your question. So if you're looking for a specific answer in a certain video, instead of trying to guess where that is in the video, you can just go read it, which helps. Quick topic for you guys today, but I thought it was an interesting question that I saw in the Facebook group, so I thought it'd be a good video. If your ingredients are being stored in the fridge or freezer, when should you take them out to brew with? So we did a video a while back now about the best way to store your ingredients after you get them if you're not going to brew for a while. I mean, the best way is to keep your yeast in the refrigerator and your grains in the refrigerator, put your hops in the freezer, keeps them fresh, keeps them from going bad, all that good stuff. So if you want to learn more about that, you can find that video. Best place to probably find that would be on YouTube. They're easy to search through there versus anywhere else. So like I said, this brings up the question, well, when you're ready to brew, when should you pull those ingredients out? Because we didn't really address it in that video. We just talked about how to store them, not when to pull them out. So you would want to pull everything out a few hours before your brew day starts. And the main reason for this is just, temperature changes, like rapid temperature changes. So, I think, this can happen with hops, but I think it's more relative for the yeast. I mean, yeast is very sensitive to temperature swings. We did a video about like the proper temp to pitch your yeast at. And so if your temperature's off, it can create off flavors. The yeast cannot ferment properly. So if your yeast is really cold, it is an active organism, doesn't like big fluctuations in temperature. So if your yeast is in the refrigerator and you pull it out, cut it and dump it in, could potentially have some off flavors there. I mean, it's hard to tell, but that could shock the yeast a little bit. It could not propagate as quickly. It could not start the initial fermentation as quickly. You could have a lag in fermentation. You could have some off flavors. You could kill off some of the yeast cells. You don't have enough active yeast cells to ferment all the sugars in your beer, so it can just cause a wide range of issues. But so, always to be safe than sorry with brewing, we recommend taking out at least a few hours before your brew day. I mean, you want that stuff to get to room temp before you use it is probably the best way to how we do it here in the office. But we get all of our ingredients ready before we brew. We line everything up for an hour or two, things in the fridge. We pull them out, let them sit, and then we get to brewing from there. So the good rule of thumb here is always take your ingredients out of your fridge a few hours before you brew, or if you're going to get up early in the morning and brew a batch before the kids are awake, then take them out the night before and let them sit. They'll be totally fine. So you just don't want to go from, especially with yeast, from frozen to in warm water. It's not going to be good. It's going to wrap it up. Like I said, it was a quick one for you guys today. And if you want to reference this in a written form, just head over to our blog page, mrbeer.com/blog. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like or a comment. We really appreciate that. Make sure you're following us on all of our social media platforms. We're just at Mr. Beer on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We have some other ones like Twitter and other stuff. We don't do much there. We're most active on 3 platforms. If you're posting anything with Mr. Beer, please tag us. We love sharing your guys' pictures and your videos, so make sure that you're tagging us, especially on Instagram. We got some awesome people create some cool reels, some cool videos, posting some cool pictures. Make sure to keep tagging us in there, or just use the hashtag Mr. Beer, but it's easier if you tag us. We appreciate that. If you want to learn more about Mr. Beer or brewing with Mr. Beer, just join our Facebook group, Mr. Beer's Brewing Society. You can find that just by searching Mr. Beer's Brewing Society on Facebook. That will wrap it up for this episode, and I will talk to you guys next week. Cheers.